Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to the videos. Another paid request. It's time for James. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Links are in the info box wherever you may find this. Especially like on the phone, it's like there, but on computer, it's there, wherever. You request pretty much any type of video. But James wanted me to look into Megadeth's album Risk from 1999. Which the title of this is appropriate because, from what I understand, the people in the band were inspired by Lars Ulrich from Metallica saying you should be taking more risks and stuff. Now granted, Metallica did that, and a lot of people didn't like Load or Reload. Now I liked a chunk of their songs on those albums, but a lot of people didn't. So it's weird that he said that, but this album was not warmly received by fans. A lot of people say, well, this doesn't sound like Megadeth. Which, I mean, I can definitely see that. Now, I would say I didn't like this album as much as, and I'm bad with names, the last album of Megadeth I reviewed. The last one or two. There's stuff I like about it, but there's stuff that's pretty forgettable. At times, I swear this album sounded like Bon Jovi. And I actually like Bon Jovi. I would say I like Bon Jovi more. Like, I grew up with Bon Jovi. Blaze of Glory, You Give Love a Bad Name. A lot of people don't like Bon Jovi. I heard he's a dickhead in real life. He's a scumbag in real life. But I do like a lot of his songs, I'll be honest. But at times it sounds like they're trying to like mimic like Bon Jovi. At one point it sounds like trying to mimic Poison. And it's, I can see why fans would be like, well, just be your own thing. Like, you don't have to be like someone else. Now, I appreciate them doing something a bit different instead of the same old. And I think that's why I got some intrigue out of this album. And again, my favorite, I've heard it before in a movie, which I'll get to. Well, I'll just say now, Crush 'Em. That was in the Jean-Claude Van Damme film, Universal Soldier: The Return. I didn't know that song was on this album. So I'm like, oh, cool. I get to listen to this again. Because I love that song, but a lot of fans of Megadeth do not like that song. Because I read the comments and like, this song sucks. This ain't Megadeth. What is this crap? And I'm like, I like this song. I like this song quite a bit, but apparently I'm alone in that. It did well in terms of like being on the radio. Like, it's probably the most well-known song on this album. But apparently a lot of Megadeth fans do not like that song. But I mean, I like it. But okay, like Insomnia, I do like the guitar work on that. You know, Insomnia, nya, 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 nya. It's not my favorite song on the album. Apparently, for some, it's like one of the better songs. It was alright. Like I said, the guitar, I would say I like the most out of that song. The guitar work. Prince of Darkness, I didn't mind. The darker mood, especially with the lyrics. More violent than violence, more deadly than death, more evil than violence, more violent than death. Again, that had a good, consistent guitar work, especially at like the 2-minute and 19-second mark. I really enjoyed the beat there. I'm not going to try to replicate it with my mouth because I can't do that. I'm not good at that, so it'd just be really annoying to the viewer. But I would say, like, again, it's on YouTube, these albums. Just, if you look up Prince of Darkness, you go to about 2 minutes, 19 seconds. That's the beat I do enjoy the most out of it. I liked the feel of that beat. Into the Arena is not really a song. It's just 44 seconds of the intro to Crush 'Em with people clapping. Which I don't even know why it's even in there. You didn't need it. But then you get to number 4, and Crush 'Em is my favorite song on the album. I'm not a connoisseur of Megadeth. In fact, I'd have to listen to all their albums and give like, a ranking of the songs. And of course I haven't heard nearly all of them. But I would say Crush 'Em would definitely might be my top 10 of Megadeth songs. Like I said, I love Universal Soldier: The Return, which is funny because that's a movie a lot of fans of Van Damme hate, And a lot of people hate, but I love that movie. And then this is a song I like, but a lot of Megadeth songs hate the song. So I guess in a way it's a hated song for a hated movie. It fit, I guess it's a perfect fit in a weird way. Backwoods, backdoor way. But yeah, I did. I first heard in Universal Soldier: The Return, which is, on a side note, I've always loved that movie. Because that movie is kind of, if Jean-Claude Van Damme starred in a PM Entertainment movie. PM Entertainment was kind of the studio that took the reins from Canon Films. Not literally, but in spiritual sense. Of just making these straightforward, most people call lowbrow, exciting, fun action movies. And especially the early PM Entertainment, they really went bang for their buck in the action. The stunt work, chases, cars flipping over, explosions. And that's really what that movie was. It was 80 minutes of a guy who's known for stunts, who directed it. So yeah, it may not have the most consistent narrative. And you said, the first film, Universal Soldier, is the best of that franchise. Because it does have a good narrative, in my opinion, and solid action. And a great hero, Van Damme, a great villain, Dolph Lundgren, underrated musical score, as all the elements fit together. Here, I mean, in that movie, yeah, the narrative, oh, it's an AI, yeah. It's not Citizen Kane. It's not the first movie, even in terms of narrative. I know people use that phrase, no, Citizen Kane, so that's not a fair thing to say. It's not the first movie in terms of narrative, but as for fun, Van Damme smiling, laughing, his full use of emotions, and not just a hound dog look for the roast, mopey for the roasting of his psyche and his spiritual sense, roasting the fire brim of his inner turmoil with this, I'm so depressed, I'm so sad. Which can work, but it does get tiresome when you see that in every Van Damme film coming out. And again, some of it can work, and oh, he's actually a pretty good actor, but it's like, does that have to be every, or almost every movie? That's all. Yeah, I'm going off tangent. But I like that film. It's fight scenes, it's action, it's explosions, it's gunfights. It's just a good, fun B-movie time. And the song is like a cool, I thought, sports anthem. Into the arena, into the light. Step in now, we're in for a ride. This is war, ain't no fun in games. Heads I win, tails you lose. Roll the dice, don't think twice, crush 'em, crush 'em. I love the beat. I love that sports anthem, like "We Will Rock You" type of feeling they're going for. I think this did go on to play like hockey games and things of that nature, and I thought it worked well for that tone, that sentiment, that adrenaline pump. But yeah, I know a lot of fans of Megadeth hate that song, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun one to listen to. Great to hear it again. Breadline, there's definitely a different sound for Megadeth. Again, I didn't mind it. Like I said, that one reminded me a bit of Bon Jovi. Which some people will be very against. The Doctor's Calling, I thought that had a pretty good beat to it. Something's going down, but I can't make a sound. Looked past the bars of my mind. Yeah, I didn't mind some of the lyrics in that one. I'll Be There, another good one. Because there was a certain melody to it, especially in the third act. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, that's why I can't do singing, because I can't do it for jack shit, but Like the last bit of the album, Wonderlust, Ecstasy, Seven, eh. Wonderlust, all I remember, it was just loud. It was just very, very loud song. Didn't do much for me. Ecstasy was very meh. Seven is probably my least favorite song. There's very lousy bluegrass flavor to it, which I think that works the least amount with Megadeth to be kind of a bluesy type of sound. That didn't work for me at all. Time the Beginning and Time the End. Time the Beginning, much more of a softer song. So it was like alright, nothing I would listen to again. And then Time the End was tick tock, wah 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 wah. And I'm like, what the hell? Are they going wah 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 wah? Wow, I'm like, are they whang like a baby? Wah 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 wah. Wah wah wah. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? I didn't understand what the hell they were doing with that. So I can't say I was big. I mean, I would say the songs I liked was Crush 'Em, of course, The Doctor's Calling, I'll Be There, maybe Prince of Darkness. Like, definitely the first half of the film, first half of the album. Like I said, the last four or so songs, especially, no, well, five, last five songs, then to me, kind of forgettable. Yeah, I appreciate the effort in doing something, trying something a bit different, so you know what works, what doesn't work. I mean, there's enough songs in here. I don't think it was as bad as his reputation. I would still say I like Load and Reload from Metallica better. And again, the other Megadeth albums that I've heard, I would say I like those better, for the most part. Like I said, I do appreciate them trying to do something different. And at least there's a couple that Crush 'Em, Doctor's Calling, I'll Be There, that I would listen to again. So, like I said, I didn't know Crush 'Em was on this album. That was a nice surprise. But anyway, that's my thoughts on Megadeth, Risk. Sorry it's not in depth, but I've never been that good in doing album reviews. If people want to request them, that's fine. It's just, well, why don't you play the music? Because YouTube's copyright system is so hypocritical that I don't even want to chance it. But either way, thanks once again, James. Take care. What are your thoughts for anyone who watches at the end, by the end of it, on this Megadeth album? Do you agree that it was a risk they should not have taken? That it was just too different? Are there any songs that stuck out to you? Do you like or crush them like me or hate it like a lot of Megadeth fans do? Are there songs in this album that sticks out to you? Feel free to let me know in the comments section. Thanks, we'll see you guys later.